Hi, so I'm actually right now having mild contractions every like 4, 5, 3 minutes, but it's not intense, so I know it's like Braxton Hicks or whatever the case may be. But I just wanted to say that I know it's not bad right now. It's not bad because I'm not like doing all that, but it's an intense couple of seconds. I could tell that you know, from the beginning. I could tell that, and it feels longer than what it actually is. This is gonna be a long road, you guys. It's gonna be a long road, but I'm gonna have to make it. But I think that I can do it, I guess. Also, you can sort of feel when you're about to have a contraction. I think I'm about to have one now. Um, you can feel when it's coming a bit, and yeah, that's like an attraction. These really tight, really tight. Okay, you guys, it's 11:08 p.m. June 10th, 2017, and my contractions have not stopped since 6:50 something. So, called the hospital. They told me to come in, so I'm about to be on my way to the hospital, and we'll see what they say and take it from there. Hey, you guys, I haven't been able to film. Been, like really tired, and a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people coming to visit me or whatever. But I had Mason. There's no more baby here. No baby. I can't show him right now. He's in the incubator, whatever that shit called. But he in there, and he's so beautiful. I had him yesterday, June 11th at 8:58 p.m. He was 7 pounds and 4 ounces, 21 inches. That boy was big. He done ripped me on the inside, y'all. Things burned like hell. They gave me stitches. They was burning like hell, like to the point where I was like tearing up, just mad. Like, I'm in pain. They had to give me so many painkillers. But I'll add a video to this of him, probably at home most likely. But yeah, I'm ready to go home. I get to go home tomorrow, I believe. Hopefully everything works out for me to go tomorrow, but we shall see. See you in the next video. And this is Mason. Just for the longest, but yeah, this is Mason. Just showing him. Yeah. Good night, baby. This boy be knocked out like he have a whole 9 to 5. This is Mason. He sleep. He needs some color. I ain't got no color anyway, so I don't know about getting the color part, but yeah. Labor and delivery. It was something like, me personally, I took castor oil because I wanted him out. It was his due date. It was the day before his due date, June 10th. And it was around like 4 o'clock. Around that time, 4 o'clock, I took the castor oil. And I started getting contractions at 6 o'clock p.m. that same day. But they were more like Braxton Hicks. Like, they didn't hurt at all. These were 3 to 5 minutes apart. 3 to 5 minutes apart. I'm like, okay, whatever. They sort of stopped a little bit, but then they was still like sort of there. The next day, June 11th, I was in labor. I was in labor, like, and my contractions were never far apart. They were always 3 to 5 minutes apart. Like, it was terrible. I didn't have no time to breathe or concentrate anything. But June 11th, it was around like 2 a.m. about. Yeah, around 2 a.m. Sorry about that. I was having contractions. I went to the hospital. They told me that I was 2 centimeters dilated, you know, and I could go back home. I'm like, okay, no problem. They told me to have as much labor at home as I can. I'm like, okay, whatever. Remember, at this point, it was not that bad. So I go home around like 4 a.m. And you know, I was trying to go back to sleep. And I dozed off. But around like maybe 6 a.m., I woke up to a terrible contraction. It was terrible. Like, I felt me pushing out my butt. And I was pushing nothing, but I couldn't help but push. Like, it was so, it's weird. It sounds weird, but that's what it was. Like, I was just pushing it, and it was just so much pain and pushing at the same time. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And I'm just like dying. I'm like, okay, let me just go jump in a tub. Maybe it'll help, you know? Having contractions in the tub. The tub ain't helped nothing. I was still in pain. So my mom came in the bathroom. She's like, what's wrong with you? You okay? Okay. I'm like, Mom, these contractions is crazy, you know? And I'm using that little heating pad on my stomach. That was helping a tiny bit, but after a while, it was not helping. You know, I felt like I was dying. Like, these things was 3 to 5 minutes apart. Like, it was, I didn't have no time to breathe and relax and all of that. So she's like, maybe we need to go back to the hospital. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go back, and they send me home and da da da. I was in pain. So my mom took me into going back to the hospital. We got there around 8. They checked me. They was like, you are 4 centimeters dilated. I was like, listen, this baby got to get out. I can't do this. These back to back like this, I can't do this. And they was like, so we're gonna they kept me after the 4 centimeters. They put me in my labor and delivery room. It was nice. I was in there for a good minute. They didn't let me walk around because I did have the epidural. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do the fucking pain. That was not my cup of tea. I could do it at first, but when it was coming back to back like that, I was like, no. And it was getting more intense, no. And I wasn't even like halfway through. Like, I was close to halfway through, but I wasn't halfway through. So I got the epidural, whatever. And then they checked me, like, I don't even know how much longer after, but they checked me. I was about 6 to 7 centimeters. I'm like, okay, we sort of almost there, you know? And nigga, my water broke. I was like, oh, like, I felt the pop. It felt like he himself, like, reached his hand out and just popped it and put his hand back wherever it was. Like, it was crazy. I felt the pop. I was like, oh. And they like, what happened? Like, you know. And I'm like, my water, I think it broke. Like, the doctor came and checked. She was like, yes, it broke. Next thing I knew, they was telling me to push. They was rolling all these little tools in. I'm like, hold up. Because I was just at 6 to 7 centimeters. Why y'all rolling all these little tool tables in and everything? You know, everything started moving fast after my water broke. Like, I was like, oh, it's about that time. Like, it's about that time. I was in labor for 12 hours, though. For 12 hours, I was in labor. From 8 to 8. I had him at 8:58 p.m. The pushing wasn't that bad, honestly. It was the contractions that makes it bad, but the pushing was not that bad. It wasn't. By the time I was about to push, my epidural had wore off on one side because of the way I was laying. So I was feeling the contractions on one side, and they were painful. They were painful. And people was trying to talk to me, and I'm like, listen, I'm not your friend right now. Don't talk to me. I'm in pain. Don't talk to me. I didn't want to talk to nobody when I was having contractions. But yeah, they had me pushing and stuff, you know, that count to 10 and all of that. Listen, they was counting to 10 too slow. I did it when they count like to 8. I was like, all right, I gotta breathe. They like, you know how you're supposed to only push on contractions? I kept pushing. He was getting out. I kept pushing. I don't care, contraction or not. I was pushing him out. But it was quick because, you know, everybody was telling me to push, like, you know, you taking the shit and all that. That's what I was doing. And he came out within 10 minutes. So it was quick. He ripped me on the inside. FYI, that hurts. Yeah. You don't feel it when you're pushing, but when they stitch you up in days after, it hurts. Unless they really drug you up. But it hurts. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the labor and delivery. And the, like, you know, after that with the like recovering and all of that in the hospital, it's very annoying because doctors come and check on you like every hour. They sticking up you and baby with needles, so you have to hear your child cry. It's just, it's a lot, but you know, everything is worth it in the end because you have little one. But yeah, labor and delivery is some serious stuff. It is.